Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to Scarland, a land where we take survival building to the extreme. And we're here at the Desert Cube working on the Scarland transportation system by modernizing the stations and bringing them into a more modern stance with the redstone mechanics and all that good stuff, so they're a little bit more efficient. So as you can see, we've taken the station down on the top and we brought it down to a new level. So we're down here in the basement level. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So as you can see, we went down, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks here. There we go, looking good. And we'll just clear all this in there. Excuse me, Mr. Minecart. We're building track here. There we go, clear, awesome. All right, so as you can see, we got that all down. If you really want to see a step-by-step, go back to the Nether Castle build where we built the station step-by-step. And this one will focus a little more on the aesthetics. All right, so as you can see right here, this is kind of the main changes here is from this block, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 3 blocks over there. All right, so let's get started. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect those across like that. And then we're gonna do, let's see, we're gonna do 2 powered rails. And then let's connect a standard rail and we're gonna go like that. Now this block right here will become a hopper. And then we're gonna go 2 more over here. And then this block will become, let's see, actually let's bring out 1 more block. Actually, I'm going to cut off this block right there. I'm going to call this 9 all the way across here. And this block's going to be the block that pushes up. And then this is going to be our dispenser. Beautiful. All right, let's get started. So as you can see, we're just going to swoop over here, get our hopper all down. And it's really fun to come back to the Desert Cube and start to work here because it's been a very long time since we worked here. The last time we worked in this area was around 2011. And this video in particular is interesting because I remember the video that we need to go back up 1 more block. This was fun because I remember the video we did of the station, the original station. And it's fun to go back and think about that particular video, kind of where we were, what we were doing back then. It's like going back somewhere that you used to live or worked or went to school or a sports area, things like that. You know, it's fun to go back and kind of see what's changed, what's different about that particular place. All right, we're gonna go like that. We're gonna go boom. And then we're gonna click this out here, maybe to about there, bring this over here like so, and then bring that up like that. Beautiful. And check to make sure that's powered. Awesome. And yeah, it's kind of fun to do that. I remember building this a long time ago. Way back then, I had around 300 subscribers and things were starting to change a little bit. People were starting to come and watch the videos regularly. And it was a kind of a cool experience to see that. And I was about to go on vacation. We were going to go to California, see some family and things of that nature. And I remember like, oh boy, I'm starting to get some people more interested in my videos. They're going to be sad if I'm not here. So I got to make some content ahead of time. So I remember, you know, kind of throwing together some content. I was like, what could I do? Oh, the station bill. Let's do that. So I remember kind of putting that together, having fun putting that together, and then being able to head on to vacation and realizing, how am I going to upload this? I didn't know about the scheduling feature at that time. So, or at least I heard that they never worked. Like especially back in those days, the scheduling, usually if you scheduled a video to be pushed out to your subscribers, nowadays it works flawlessly most of the time. But back then it rarely worked. And I remember I did it a couple of times even in the future and it never got pushed out. The video just stayed at like a couple views. There's actually in particular one of my most viewed videos actually never went out to subscription boxes, but it was picked up by search rankings, which is kind of an interesting thing. Let's see, let me push this back to here and I'm going to push that one over there like that. Beautiful. So we're working on the delay feature of the build here. This keeps the switches working and all that good stuff. So yeah, let me push this up 1 more block forward. There we go. So yeah, it's fun to come back and to see the builds and kind of see where you were at those times when you were, you know, how were you at that time? What were you doing? What were you thinking when you were starting to work on this stuff? And at that time, like I said, I was starting to see the channel turn around and I wanted to take it more serious. I remember talking to my brother when I was on vacation down in Santa Cruz, like, and that's where he lived at the time. And I remember talking to him, I was like, man, this YouTube thing's really fun and people are starting to enjoy it. People are coming around more. And that's when I was trying to get him to do some videos with me and stuff. We did some dual commentaries for Call of Duty back in those days. And it was really fun to like see, kind of remember all that fun stuff. You know, you just kind of forget about it over time. And yeah, so when I was working on this station way back then, that's when I was starting to kind of realize, hey, I could be a little more serious with this and people are really enjoying it. I got to be more regular and with content and stuff like that, which was kind of cool. All right, so we're gonna put a pressure plate up here, beautiful, and click that down, and working like a charm, my friends, working like a charm. Let's just see if this actually works. Now that usually never works the first time, so let's see. Something's amiss, my friends, something's amiss. So give me 1 second, let me fix this, and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back, and I'm not sure what it was, but when I did it again, it worked fine. So it looks like we're back up and operational. So now what we need to do is grab our hoppers, and we're just going to connect it like this. We're going to bring it out to about there, and then we're going to connect it to this block right here by removing that one. Let's hope we have enough. Oh, we're right there, we're right on the edge. I was pretty sure I had some extras, but apparently not. But I was thinking where I was kind of like technically wise within YouTube at that time. I was on a Mac. And it worked. That computer was a workhorse. Like it worked flawlessly whenever I needed it to. It's just it was limited in what it could do. So right now I'm just kind of building up the basic start to the structure, the structural design, if you will, of this particular design. So we're just kind of basing out some designs, getting some things set. So it looks like this is even. I wanted to make sure that was. So I think that's going to look good. So I think from here we can start to kind of add a little bit of detail. And it worked great. And, you know, it didn't have the ability to play a lot of games other than Minecraft. And I wasn't able to get the super good render distance or anything along those lines. But it worked. And I was able to record almost 600 videos, or maybe 500 or so, Minecraft videos on that computer. Now, the microphone is where the funny part starts. That was an iPhone headset. You know, the little white earbuds? Well, one of the ears was broken, so I cut that off, kept the other one and the headset part. And that's what I used for a microphone at that time. Nowadays, I use a very fancy broadcast XLR microphone and all this fancy equipment. But at the time, that's what I used. That's what I was having fun using, and it worked perfectly fine. You know, it might not have been the best quality ever, but, you know, it worked at the time. There we go. And let's see. Let's just count this out, make sure we're good here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll jump on over here and make sure that's the same. So that's 1, 2, 3. So let's do another set right here. Beautiful. And now we're just going to grab out a little bit of dirt here. So that's kind of where I was technically wise within the space. Health-wise, I think I was in a little bit better health at that time. I think definitely I had a lot less kind of health responsibilities. I actually put out more content than I do. I put out more content now than I did then, but health-wise, I definitely was in a slightly better place thinking about it now. I didn't have as many medicines at all. I didn't have as many like tubes and hookups and stuff like that, which is unfortunate, but that's just kind of the way it is. So yeah, you know, we're technically better. We got a better microphone, got a better computer. Got to look on the bright side once in a while. So yeah, that's where I kind of was there. Let me put this around here, swoop that across. And yeah, it's a fun experience to be able to wake up in the morning and think, what am I going to work on today? What's the build? What's the structure? What's the design? What's the game we're going to play? What are you guys going to like best about it? How am I going to make this content better? What have I learned today that I can do better tomorrow? Stuff like that. That's what I think about every day. Hopefully making better content for you guys. And hopefully I can continue this for a long time because I really do enjoy it. And it's fun to kind of go back and regroup and kind of see where we all started and stuff like that. There we go. It's really fun seeing where you guys all subscribed from in our last episode when I asked where you guys, or when did you guys subscribe? A lot of long-time subscribers, which was really amazing to see. All right, there we go. And we're just continuing to add the floor across here, and I'll finish this up and see you in 1 minute. And welcome back. And as you can see, we've made some progress. I would like to have been a little fancy with the ceiling, but unfortunately we have constraints on what's above us. So unfortunately, that's not going to work out, but we're going to work through it. And what now we're doing here is we've gone like this. We brought those blocks in our previous part there, and now we're bringing this along here to kind of fill in this section like that. I think that'll look really nice. There we go, boom and a bam. And then we just fill in this back section over here, jump up there, and then cut in like that. Now, as I was, going along, I was thinking of some other funny things from back in the day. When I was at this point in YouTube, I couldn't have custom thumbnails. Isn't that crazy? And I think Twitch was just starting. I actually streamed one time in 2011 on Twitch, and I regret every day not continuing that. Absolutely do just regret not continuing are streaming. There we go. Put that across there. And yeah, I think that looks good. And we'll cut in here like that, place another block right there. But yeah, I couldn't have a custom thumbnail. So I was always like at the mercy of YouTube. Like, please YouTube, give me a decent looking thumbnail, because a thumbnail means so much to a video. And if it's something of me like this, then it's not going to be any good. So I'm always hoping that it would be something good. And one of the videos, when we started working over there, when we did a little mining episode, the video, it put the thumbnail as me looking at diamond blocks. It was perfect. I couldn't have planned it. I couldn't have planned it any better. It was so random and perfect. I just remember just laughing. I was like, thanks, YouTube. Thank you. You finally did a solid. You did a solid. Thank you. Oh, that was good, because I'd had some real bad like thumbnails, and they didn't come out great at all. And you're just at the mercy. You had a choice of maybe 2 or 3 like choices, like it would give you a choice, like, hey, you can choose between these. You had to be a partner at that time, and being a partner on YouTube was much more difficult than it is now. It was like a very exclusive thing, like if you were able to become a partner, and it was a big deal. But I wasn't at all, so I was just at the mercy of the YouTube algorithms. All right, there we go. Looking good so far. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna mix up the colors a little bit, try to add some detail here and there. And I think I'm gonna go with some of these greens, and I think that'll look really nice. I'm not gonna go with blue because I wanna tie it in with that cactus. I think that'll look kind of cool actually having it like that. So we're gonna go boom and a bam like that. And then we're gonna cut in here like that. And I think that'll look really cool. So then let me jump up here and let's see, let's grab this block right there. And then we're gonna place that up here. Nice. That'll look really good. Let's do the rest. And there we go, looking good. So let's work over here. I had this idea that if we maybe like took out some of these blocks along here like that, and then maybe if we, let's see, let's put a sneaky blocks along this section, making sure we're not going to cut off the redstone or anything. I think we'll be good. I think if we just add a couple extra blocks there. Awesome. Okay, so what if we did something like this? We went like here and there, okay, are you following? And then we sneak in here like this, and maybe did a couple like that. There's no contrast. Let me cut this block out, cut that one out, and let me do the cyan like that. Ooh, I like that. I like that, but look at this. I think this will look cooler. So this is all just kind of trial and error, trying to find what looks good. I think like this, and then we'll go boom and a bam like that, and I like it. I like that. I think that looks great. There we go. So then I'm gonna stick that block there, and we could get a little fancy. Actually, never mind. I don't have any on me, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some glowstone under here. Eventually, some lighting under here I think would look great. There we go. Fill this all in there like that, and then we'll take out our carpet and we'll just bring that up like that. Nice. Look at that. That looks really cool. Adds a lot of dimensionality to the wall. Very cool. Let's do this side over here. All right, and welcome back. So I've done a little bit of work here. I've got this kind of set up, added the little creeper heads over there looking super fancy. Now I worked on this side, so we have our track, and then we have our pillar, then space, pillar, then space on either side, and of course repeating that pattern that we did over here. But on this wall behind the cactus, I would like to do something a little bit different, maybe tie in with this side over here. So yeah, let's do it. So as you can see, I've spaced these out across here. There are lights under these little carpets here, and there's lights under those ones too, trying to get a little more light into the mix here. So yeah, I'm just kind of finding my place back here and trying to find what would look good as we kind of mill about over here. And also, we've been talking about the past, going back to the past, thinking about the good old times and stuff along those lines. But also, what do we have in the future to look forward to? Like, what's the future have in store? That's my question. Is I wonder, we look back at this video, we come back in a few years, we look at this. It's just interesting to think about where we may be in the future, and I'm excited about the future. I really am. I think we have some fun things planned, especially this spring and things of that nature for the channel. Getting out, doing more kind of fun kind of adventure videos. Always talking about those. They just take a lot of planning and stuff like that to actually execute the plan and get going and all that good stuff. But I think once we do get it going, it'll be really fun and something really different for the channel, which I'm excited about, because I really do think those videos, this is a big waste of blocks, but I will come back and I will replenish the stock later. I'll get that out of there. But yeah, I think little details like this, I think will look really cool. Let's put another one right there. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm actually going to remove that. Just going to remove that because you know what? We're fearless. We put down something, we may not like it, but we're going to take it right out because it may not fit in with the exact style that we are going for. So yeah, it's kind of a tricky thing to try to get the blocks 100% in the orientations that you want them to be. So I'm just working out this particular design. See how we kind of bring these up like that? We need something like this, like that. Let's cut in like over here, and then we'll come back over here like that. We'll fill in this block over here, cut that out, and then bring in the top, and we'll just see how we got this in the right spot here. Let's cut that in there like that. And then as you can see, we're getting there. We're getting there. We just need a couple more blocks to kind of fill this all the way in. So we'll go like that. Let's see, I'll put this one right here. Let's do this one up there, and we'll cut this one out, and we're going to do that one block lower, not that, Scar. We're going to put that one there. We're going to fill this in with a little bit of cyan, and I feel like we're in a good spot. I feel like that's a good spot. I like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. You know, we tried a couple things. We didn't like it. We thought we were going down. The ship was coming down, but we didn't let it get to us. No, we didn't. We pursued on, and look what we got. We got something cool to show for it. There we go. And we're going to cut those guys in there like that, fill in that last piece, and there we go, my friends. Look at that. That's pretty fancy. And now I want to show you guys what this looks like from the top here now. And look at this. We have some more work to do to kind of clean up the edges and clean up this area. We'll do that on a live stream, but look at that. It's so much cleaner and nicer up here. We'll make this a little bit more accessible and scar safe so we don't have any accidents. But look at this place. We've got something really cool to show for it now. All that work we did today, very, very cool. We may do something with the ceiling, but I don't know what because we don't have any real room above. Now this area out here, we need to create a walkway that leads us from our entrance over there all the way to here. And we're going to do that on Twitch. So if you have a chance, definitely head over to the Twitch and follow me there so you can be notified when I go live. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for coming out today and watching the stream. And boy, oh boy, I sure wish I had some powered rails, but we'll get those in and installed. And thank you so much for watching today. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking time to watch my videos. And if you believe the videos deserve a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And I gotta go put those powered rails on there. We're gonna start working it this way. We're gonna work it about 3 blocks out. And we're gonna stop right there, okay? We're gonna stop for now. And then we're gonna come back over here with our polished andesite, and we're gonna sneak on the back here, and we're gonna bring up 2 blocks on either side. There we go. I'm gonna come back